Therefore, by this time, no, most of you might news, no, and this is definitely a very sad news about Kennedy Akompre Japan. But then there is a silver lining and there's also an explanation. So first of all, more no mama koma embubu because the case is not even lost. I feel a case no cry no nasi. But then the media which have ganged up against King Japan all these years. So now once again, no, they are showing their true color. So if you don't know what is going on currently, Yembo mo the pictures and videos. Yeah, the be able to screen so now for the starters the show on the screens no King Japan in the shots. This is New Jersey court King Japan and the lawyers and now opposite Ken on the other bench no Anas Aremeya Anas. Now Anas Aremeya Anas pictures I can show you some time ago no. It is definitely him. But then no Anas Eden Semni na akodan a year New Jersey court a court NKB mano. Obeka said number 12 is posed by Ken a year on also watches the watchman a Ken be about a year Anas Aremeya Anas. Now Anas a paris and some Ken kind you know in engine so and at the end of the day a good movie. So he sued Ken Japan here in Accra and he won the case on your damages of around 40,000 Ghana cedis. Kwekubaku also followed suit. Now, Adnas na sounds so at the case no echo US and no Paisanka US put the yen chicken in Japan as the banning from doing business deals in the US and also further apart from Japan doing business deals, yen seizing the properties near Bonica. That case is ongoing. Yet chicken in Japan, but they subsequently they release him because Ken was having a green card. And then because it's a case now, Anas Armia Anas at the court, which is a defamation case. Menoka say in court, Aqua Sitna Ama Omode, a pre-verdict about. Now, I know a lot of people have brought out meanings and headlines. So can it lose? It is not so. Before then, this particular New Jersey court, Esan said Embra Ejumano, Anas was required to show himself in person and even take pictures. Now, you will pictures because so call US, New Jersey, or more courts, and everything is there. So, and yes, ABI making be up. For the starters, Anas show up at New Jersey court, which you have a video about in the subsequent updates. This was Anas Armia Anas. So, as you can see, this Anas Armia Anas in the shorter. Let's try as much as possible now. Black in Japan a bit from the background so you can see exactly what we are talking about. So this is Anas Armia Anas in the shot video. Any pictures are airborne correlates indeed this was him at the court premises just sitting around and are just two rows after Kenya Japan omunyina court. So there's a court case now so what is really happening? Have King Japan really lost the case? And why are people really saying this? Now, me did come out the background to this and why Anas is even in court. Before then, there's a vivid report here, but then let's see how the media is twisting this because I will see how the media are more reporting and even the truth of this matter. Now, Nipa, one of the people who kind ever out, eligibility, Manas as the opposite said. Sources from New Jersey in the United States reveal that Anas Armia Anas has won a defamation case against King Japan. King Japan has been slapped with $80 million in damages. He appealed for a reduction but failed, which is not true. This is false. Relax. This is false. Okay, what Canada, so you have a idea with evidence. Once again, Ghana Web together with Modern Ghana for Kra as Anas has won the case. Yeah. Breaking Anas Armia Anas wins $80 million defamation suit against MPPs in Japan at Essex County Superior Court in New Jersey, USA. Anas presented 70 videos, 82 news articles to support his case in court. How Anas and Ken appeared in court in New Jersey. So, as we've been telling you, both of them really appeared. So, if I went to screens, you see Anas on the right side of the screen and Ken Japan on the left side of the screen. Remember, I said all of them were at the court premises. Your video crowd to say both of them were just sitting some few rows apart. So the question is, what really happened? And the people will be asking, has Anas Anas really won the case? Now, Ken have said, even if Anas had won here in Ghana, Kobitia, engineer Bruce $80 million maybe. Now, one of the things also when they say initially, Anas even wanted $30 million, and then $80 million came in. So me no ka say the good news in all of this is $80 million a jury award no. Me no ka say before mbefi court no, the jury no, the judge no has called the case and I say he has ruled that the case, the whole thing a mistrial. A ban say na de mistrial. Me church mistrial basically a part to say case ni di nyina no e wo court and I say ye di case na case no bibi anko ya na so bi ye bibia as a case no ebe ma verdict and I say ruling ebeba and I say be a court no the obeka finally no the ebeba no I say you be here enkani in the court and I say in the process no I say be twisted no you be declare the whole verdict and the whole if it's a court proceedings as a mistrial. Now this particular case no it has juries enkofo ya form one omo say Ashe case no all the time they be on back court or money defendant which is Agyapong and the plaintiff which is Anas Armia and as we na back court. That's at the end of the day no you really nyina no vote. So if the vote 7 usually jury no 7 to 10 but in fact it's 7 no vote against Kena which means the jury have voted anonymously. But then if at the end of the day be votima Ken be votima Anas now it be a 4 for Anas 3 for Ken still the highest number is 4 which means Anas Armia Anas have won the case. So I was telling you the whole thing is a bit tricky. So why am I even saying the whole thing no a mistrial? So one good person on this party say it is not true and it is fake. So this was a reporter on us or say Ghana for mona media for na mumpene kra yenchem de waha. Look at what is on the screens. Or say status of SS court case against court case Anas vs Agyapong. Into a tray say court case now in New Jersey SS court no between Agyapong and Anas no. This is what really happened contrary to what the media is purporting and posting on social media to make it seem that Agyapong have already lost the case. On Friday, the jury returned a verdict and awarded 80 million damages against Honorable Agyapong. This was based on instructions of the trial judge to award actual and compensatory damages if they found Honorable Ken guilty of defamation. So, judge in a party say at the end of the day, no, jury no mo kwa setna no omo vote if Ken is guilty or not. No. Omo at the end of the day, no, you catch omo say if the Ken is guilty, there any Anas Aremia Anas sika or si ope plus compensation ya there ni epo ni nyina man and was yet so ti ha yento aso o say being dissatisfied. Honorable Ken's lawyers demanded a nullification of the trial on grounds that there was a mistrial. The judge asked them to hold on because the trial was not yet concluded. The case was adjourned to Tuesday for jury to consider the award of punitive damages only. So basically, Agyapong lawyers ebemu pokase debi ya awarded awarded $80 million for a year Anas Armia Anas. But Agyapong lawyers in the whole thing was a mistrial. And a judge in Eka said, okay, say if Agyapong lawyers in Eka said the whole thing there was a mistrial and as a BB Koswa, you declare it as a mistrial. And you Tuesday ya ebe and I just say Obi decided for the jury to consider the punitive damages only. Which means now also on Tuesday the jury reconvened to consider the award of punitive damages only. This is say a year punitive damages no a year sika a year punitive to say a punish I say the true so in case you see and since Agyapong someone can go Anas who feel no sa punitive no na sika or the man Anas I say they train a year Agyapong as no $80 million. Remember say case ne buy ne that which is an ahomachi Wednesday I me video and ne buy so Tuesday during deliberation of the jury on Tuesday. The jury sent a question to the judge which was read in open court. The jury stated that during the Friday consideration, they had awarded $5 million for actual damages, $5 million for compensatory damages, and $8 million for punitive damages, which was against instructions and procedure of the courts. Definitely what I read they say during the deliberation of the jury jury almost the letter judge say the question command just say on reading open court and a jury ne eka say Friday consideration na no fiada or mo call courts no consideration mo ye no they actually gave say okay announce armia announce obinya 5 million for actual damages 5 million say the patano $5 million say the patano and $8 million say the trick in Japan so 5 plus 5 plus 8 no then you know $18 million see ha at this time sorry if the other parts are not me reading the ember if it was not coming no basically mofa enchemi or say being dissatisfied honorable sorry the moment also during deliberation of the jury okay I've read that part it's yanko asieni or say at this time lawyers of Honorable King Agyapong moved for a mistrial. The judge realized the error committed by the jury and accordingly discharged them. He has 30 days to rule on the mistrial. At the moment there's no verdict because the jury verdict was not entered as decision of the court. So basically you say Osha judge ne eka say okay yema punitive damages. That is basically reports here by say more punitive damages. But Kamia Kwaye said, see our punitive damages are or more mano as or the compensatory damages account and or masan so de a year other additional damages account. Tia or say he has 30 days to rule on the mistrial. At the moment there's no verdicts because the jury verdict was not entered as a decision of the court. See no yakasa but jury no and a judge never betan say akasa okay King Agyapong lawyers so more concern on one no they want this trial to be declared as a mistrial. Will I do it or not? They have 30 days. King Agyapong lawyers have 30 days to present the case near there to counter near there. So the judge can based on those grounds to declare the case as a mistrial. So currently no Ken has not been ordered to pay any money. Now let's go back to the top. Shadia Mami Wahasi or say on Friday, the jury returned a verdict awarded $80 million. This was based on instructions of the trial judge to award actual and compensatory damages if they found King Agyapong guilty. So Usha has said now, you say they needed trial judge no order mine say yeah ma order a trial judge the mine say who's a King Agyapong guilty. They should only award actual and compensatory damages. Actual and compensatory damages, which is the actual damages, actual damages and compensatory damages and punitive damages. But the trial, no, the jury, no, no, they brought out and they came out with actual damages, punitive damages, and also actual damages, punitive damages, and compensatory damages. See, back here 5 million. That's actual damages, no. Compensatory damages is 5 million, and a punitive damages 8 million. But then the instructions was that punitive damages was not part. That was what per this particular reporter Urban Orca. Now, once again, we will take it with a pinch of salt because in some number Obia Canada, but one thing per me sources no any video square after this particular update, more update air party said. The case from it has been kind of adjourned because King Agyapong lawyers a mistrial. So now it's evidence say they will fight and push and push and push. At the end of the day, even if Anas Armia and Anas Obi Winnie Krana, Sikan a bit more by like $8 or $9 million. And there are a whole lot of it. So because now the internal Ken Anas they can court US I can't pull her now. Until Ghana here. The reason why Ken is doing this is because he has landed properties in the United States of America, which is more valuable than this $80 million. And he also has a lot of businesses in the US, and also it's worth more than this $80 million. So now strategically, lawyers said, let's hit him where it hurts. That was why they really went for King Agyapong. They grabbed King Agyapong by the horn. Okay, they grabbed the bull by the horn, which is the bull in this case, and King Agyapong. So for now, per what we are learning, the case itself, the lawyers of King Agyapong, they've been given 30 days into or say he has 30 days to rule on the mistrial. At the moment, there's no verdict because the verdict was not entered. You see, during some of the buy, they've not really entered it. I can say, okay, this is exactly what is going on. Remember, Ken can also go for appeal. Okay, and at the end of the day, a bit much the whole lot of dynamics because trust me, the whole system in terms of courts, there's a workaround in everything. And it is really going on. Now, let me give you a typical example. Can say King Agyapong sue Kevin Taylor, and Ken said he was going to get the most expensive lawyers. Kevin Taylor said he was going to get the smartest lawyers. Now, the two differences between the two people, and the difference between King Agyapong and Kevin Taylor was that Ken had money to get the lawyers. Kevin Taylor had no money or little money, but he got the smartest and competent lawyers. And at the end of the day, Kevin Taylor won the case. Now, the reason why Kevin Taylor won was because they provided a uniform case, and then the lawyers, they knew the work around it. Because in Semben and Kevin Taylor can say allegedly Ken it was because of cocaine there. But then the lawyers of Kevin Taylor say yes, Kevin Taylor a bit much nadrin, which in US when the First Amendment a bit much nadrin, and the fact say courts say yes. If Kevin Taylor bit much nadrin onto me and can be good King Agyapong, you know, say yes, it is true. But then King Agyapong also a public figure. So once King Agyapong became a public figure, the court was like, can we believe say Ken sikano nya nyina no obia bit maka say genuine? If people can really say Ken sikano nya nyina no obia 30 million Ghanaians can think say ska Ken nya no obia ntimi ndwen say genuine onipa ba obia 30 million ndwen say Ken sikano nya genuine dia, then which means obia dwen ko. And moreover, too, Ken was not able to prove, say, in some Kevin kind of many loose business deals be a man boka. So, Kevin Taylor actually won that case. So, what I'm trying to say is that there is a workaround. I'm sure the lawyers will improvise to bring out a new strategy. Even if Anna should win that $80 million, Nesanka, he may get like $10 or $9 million. Moreover, you need the indemnity. More updates as all of these various events unfold.